Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for this week's Soulmate Oracle reading. Now here we are, we're in the middle of October and it's one of my favorite times of the year. Now some of you are loving this time of the year, some of you may not, but try to get out there and embrace what autumn brings you, because autumn is really a beautiful time with the colors and the leaves, and I don't have to go on. And some of you are also experiencing spring, which is another beautiful time. And basically, I want you just to get out there and just embrace what the beauty of nature gives you, because that's what it's all about. Today I'm going to be focusing this reading mainly, it's a general reading, but it's going to be focusing on love and relationships. Now, I don't talk about a specific type of soulmate because we all have different types, and I don't want to go into, that's a whole entire video about the soulmate connections, but whatever the message is, it's going to be geared upon telling you and giving you some type of divine message. The divine message is something you need to take with you, absorb it. If this reading doesn't resonate with you right away, maybe you should watch it at another time, maybe tomorrow or the next day. Sometimes coming back to a reading after maybe a week or two, sometimes I do this. This is where it's going to give you the messages, and you're going to say, now I understand what this reading was all about. Maybe at the time I was not. I had my eyes closed. This happens to everybody. It happens to me. But I highly recommend that you watch this video completely. Now, if this video doesn't correspond with the dates, with your date, this is a reading that you should watch. This is a message that is sent to you. Not necessarily that it has to match the dates. Like I said, this is, like I said, a message that is given to you, and how they come, we can't explain, so it's a random thing. So let's begin. Okay, I've meditated and shuffled the cards, asking our spirit guides and angels to give us messages from the divine on what we need to know in order to take with us for this week and move forward, and anything that we need to take out of our lives. I mean, sometimes it's not always just move forward. It's about looking back and see what is necessary that we need to just eliminate. And sometimes we're not happy with that, but sometimes we need to know it. I feel like there's a lot of things in our lives that we need to put aside and start focusing on. And the cards that I've used were the Spirit Messages Daily Guidance Oracle deck by John Holland. A very beautiful deck, and as you can see from this one card with the birds inside her heart flowing with love and light. Okay, so the first card that I pulled, memories. This is a time where memories can happen, and you know, when we're coming to the end of this cycle, we tend to think a lot, and as you could see, she is in deep thought, and there's been a lot of thoughts lately. I mean, I've mentioned this before in the previous readings a few weeks back, that it's been happening. We've been thinking a lot, and we've been going back sometimes and revisiting things that we have not thought about, but it just comes to mind. And as this card says, if you could read it with me, your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. Okay, now this card is representing a lot that's happening with you right now. Maybe there's a situation in your life, and usually it happens with people who hold on to a lot of thoughts and things in their life that they shouldn't, things that they should just let go of and let bygones be bygones. This is representing the feminine energies. The feminine energies doesn't want to let go. The feminine energy is saying, I want to hold this. I need to hold this. And the divine feminine is not allowing new beginnings to form. And I really feel that there's a lot of people out there that just know that there's a new beginning, that know that there's something better for them in their lives, but they're continuously holding on to excess baggage and not allowing what is necessary in her life to flourish, to blossom. Just like she's closing her eyes. She's not looking. She's just thinking and thinking and thinking. There's nothing wrong with thinking. There's nothing wrong with meditating on your thoughts. But when you over-analyze something and over and play it over, you're not gaining anything. You're actually going backwards. And that's not going to get you into a higher place in your life. As much as you would like to get there, you're going to feel like you're just on that treadmill, not going anywhere. And nothing wrong with the treadmill. I do go on it. But the concept here is that you're not gaining something, and by not gaining something, there's no purpose on holding on to it. Maybe there's a relationship in your life and you've been just stale with this person. This is not really you, but there's someone else that intrigues you, and maybe you're just having memories of with this person that you're with and thinking, well, we had good times, and you want to keep it that way. But though maybe there's someone better out there that you're looking at and you're attracted, you're drawn to, but you're scared to approach that person, or maybe you just don't know if that person is into you or something. Whatever the case may be, I'm just, like I said, this is not a direct reading towards you, but more of like a generalized reading, just to give you a better idea what is happening in your life and the messages that are being given to you, that maybe it's time for you to step out of the box and open your eyes and start moving. Maybe that there is a lot of memories you're having of someone that was in your past that is not allowing you to move forward. Maybe this person passed away, or maybe this person just is not in your life anymore. Maybe this person is just not in your life anymore and hasn't been for a long time. It's time for you to start gaining something. Now, maybe you're still feeling like this person will be back in your life, and maybe this person can come back into your life. But if you're not living for the moment and you're not living what your heart is telling you to do, you're just living on a memory that is never going to gain anything. I've seen relationships that they go on for 20, sometimes 30 years with that memory that that person is in their life. And it's like that person is still in their life and they're living a life with just those memories. But then that person sometimes, on occasions, do come back, whatever the case is. You have to remember, you have to remember that you are living, and you have to breathe every single day to live your life and move forward, move past it. Just start over again, and whatever the universe, whatever destiny has for you, that person may be back in your life. I mean, I can't tell you that that person will or will not, but only you will know, because your memories right now are still covering a whole lot. And this is a very difficult situation. I'm not telling anyone to do something that they're not comfortable with doing, but it's just a time to stop looking at the past so much and maybe look at your present. Maybe it's time to explore something new in your life, something exciting, because that's when the vibrations come up, when you're actually living and breathing the love that you have in your heart. And if or when that person does come back, then you will say, well, at least I had some time in my life that I did things that I really enjoyed. And that's what's really meaningful in your relationship with that person, because you've created new memories for yourself and you have new memories with that person. Okay, and the next card, New Beginnings. Now, this card represents a lot of what's happening with this, what I've just said about the memories. And as you can see what this card says, if you can read it, everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. And as you can see, there's a path there. It's a path up into the light. This person is figuring it out. This person is trying to wonder where they're at in their life. And it kind of looks like an autumn season. And that's interesting, because autumn is something that does represent new beginnings. Like I said before, it's a time of letting go. It's a time of ending and starting over again, because the new season is happening, and that's why we see the leaves change, the weather change, everything just starts to shift in another direction, which is quite beautiful. It's one of my favorite times of the year. So this is your new beginning. Your new beginning with this energy in your life. Now, maybe you're not feeling that love that you want to feel in your life. Maybe that love, that relationship, your twin flame is not cooperating. Your twin flame is not giving to you. Maybe you've been having a lot of differences with each other, and you know, that's where you have to just put down your guard and say, you know what, I'm gonna try to bury the hatchet and allow a new beginning to happen and form between us. Because if you're not doing it, if you're not the bigger one to say, I'm gonna just start over and let's start fresh. If you don't do this, it may just go around in circles. And reciprocating energy does happen a lot with divine partners. Doesn't necessarily have to be with the twin flame. It doesn't necessarily have to be with the soulmate, the twin ray, the karmic connection, the past life connection, the compatible soulmate. I mean, there are so many different types of soulmates. The thing is that whatever relationship you're involved with, it's time for a new beginning of a rebirth. And what I mean by rebirth is starting over, burying whatever it is that you've been holding on to, and letting go of the memories that may have been holding you back from moving forward. Yes, the messages that you're getting in your mind right now maybe are telling you, maybe I should start over again. Maybe I should start being so harsh on that person. Or maybe I should start thinking so much about why that person did to me and I'm not going to let them back in my life. Maybe opening the door just a little bit, a little nudge, can actually make a big difference. I'm not telling you to forgive and forget that whatever happened, but I'm asking you to just revisit and let go of the harsh, negative feelings that you may have had towards that person, because this card is showing you there is definitely a new, exciting beginning about to happen in your life. And I can see it. This is all something, comes down to everything that has happened in the previous readings that I've been talking about to you is all leading up to one thing: new beginnings. This month is definitely representing new beginnings, because I've been seeing it more and more in all the readings that I've been giving in these videos. There's been a shift where we were letting go more during the summer months, letting go and releasing. We are preparing for something greater, and that's where the energy shifts happened a few months back. October, November, December, even January, there's something greater happening, something that's bigger, something that's better, that's happening in your life. And I feel it has a lot to do with the divine partners. There's something happening with the soulmates connections that have been apart are going to come to some type of divine union. If it's something to do with of them finding each other, or maybe just physically coming to a divine union. Divine union doesn't necessarily have to mean a physical union. It could mean a spiritual union. But whatever the case may be, it's a new beginning for you. Okay. Soul solitude. And as you can see, this card represents just having more of an inner peace. And sometimes you may look at this card and say it doesn't make any sense, but it actually does if you really look at it. Looking into the area of the soul in the center of her chest is telling her that there is a new horizon. As the card says, and I'm going to try to see if you can read it, your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. And that is so true, because like I said, this card represents that she's looking deep inside her soul and realizing what she needs to take with her for her future in her life, and how to make her life better, how to empower things. Sometimes when you look at the person that's in your life and say, they're not what I want, they're not who I thought they were, and then you end up doing something that you regret, and then you try to get back with that person and say, I don't know what I did. I don't know what came over me. Or maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you did something to that person, or that person made a mistake and did something to you. This is when soul solitude comes in, and you need to look at, do I really want to live my life this way? Is this person truly worth it? Am I really supposed to live like this? You have to really be your own judge on this. I can't tell you what to do, and even with a private session, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do in their life. I'm just going to give the guidance as I am here. But this is more generalized reading, as I've always said. These are not directed onto one specific person, but it is directed to you because you've landed on this this particular reading. So you need to look at this. I feel like this is a message to you that something is going on in your life, something you need to stop looking at as as a crutch, or something that you're saying, I can't move forward, I can't move past something, I need to stay here. And you know what? That's only going to make you feel like you're not growing, you're not evolving in your life, you're not gaining the true love, the true light that is meant to happen in your life. The new beginnings is not going to happen because you have those memories of whatever occurred. You have that memory that life is not going in a good direction for you and will never go into a good direction because your eyes are closed. It's time to wake up. It's time to just emerge what is truth in your heart and allow that peaceful serenity to flow through, because I guarantee you, if you allow it to happen, you allow it to come through, that person is going to feel exactly what you're going through, what you're feeling. I feel like this is a direct message that you have to understand that what you're going through right now, you're not alone. Your divine partner is going through it at the same time. When you're away from your soulmate, your divine partner, they may look like they're having the time of their life, that everything is painted so beautiful. Maybe you watched them on social media, maybe you just talk to them and you hear what's going on in their life, or maybe you just think that something is good in their life. Whatever that case may be, you have to remember sometimes there's a wall in front, and sometimes we see only what the wall is and not really hear what's inside our soul telling us. We don't believe what we're hearing in our heart. We are looking at from what's on the outside. Now, I'm not telling you to paint the picture better in a rosy bed of roses, but you have to really soul search inside your soul to see the truth. That's the only way you're going to get the full message. And like I said, I've always said before, social media is not a place to see how a person is doing in their life, because 9 out of 10 times people don't actually post how they are truly feeling inside. Many times when they do post heavily a lot on social media and posting pictures is usually the opposite. Yeah, social media is a great place, and that's going to be an entirely different message for social media. But you have to remember that what you're getting in your life right now is not what social media is telling you. And what you're seeing on social media is not the truth in a person's life. Remember that. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Self-sabotage. And like as you could see, this woman, and like I said, these cards are not necessarily directed on towards a woman, but sometimes they have more of a feminine presence. It depends on the artist, and sometimes they have a masculine. So it's actually a card that shows she's self-sabotaging herself. She's not looking at what's in front of her. And as you can see what this card says, I'm going to see if I can try to clear it. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's the inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. So, as you can see, she's self-sabotaging her own happiness. She's refusing to see. There's a greater picture here. She's not looking at it. There's a higher picture. She's not looking at it. She could be stuck on social media looking at what she thinks is the case in a person's life, and constantly focusing on social media, constantly focusing on it. I don't know how I got onto the topic with social media, but it must be a message for somebody, because she's self-sabotaging herself by believing and allowing what she sees as a base of her true happiness. She's not believing what's in her heart, what her soul has been telling her, what guidance she's been getting from all of this. She's not really living her life she's not really opening herself. It's like a virtual world. And like I said, internet, computer is a beautiful, great place. Look how it's brought us together. It's bringing a lot of people together. It brought me together with my twin flame. And that's why I said it's a way to look at it, and there's a way not to look at it. When you're looking at it as, I'm going to find out more about a person, so I'm going to just go check their Twitter account or their Facebook account and just see. And maybe they're not public. Maybe you go on another account, or maybe there's other ways that you can find out what's going on in their life. A person doesn't exactly put out everything that's going on in their life to the public. It's a private thing. We are not all celebrities that we show everything. Even celebrities like to be private. A true energy that's happening in a person's life, they're not going to put it out there. Usually what they want others to see. So remember that. You have to look at what you feel in your heart in order for those new beginnings to happen, and stop looking at the memories that has occurred. Maybe there could be great memories. I mean, that's great. That's wonderful. But we can't dwell on them. Self-sabotage can do a lot of damage to a person if they're constantly looking at anything that results into not allowing positivity to come into your life, just like social media. And, you know, we're not going to go into it like I said before, but believing what you feel in your heart is what you really want to head towards. You want to give that energy of life, of belief, of faith, having what you feel in your heart blossom, manifest, because that's the only way this new feeling of love is going to come into your life. This new beginning, maybe it's rekindling, maybe it's something starting over again, and that's beautiful and that's wonderful. And that's what you want to do. Maybe it's letting go of a particular stalemate relationship so that you can invite your true soulmate into your life. Maybe you've been with somebody that it just felt like that's what you were supposed to do because you have a good memory, like I said before, with that person, and it just got comfortable like that. Look at yourself. Maybe you're self-sabotaging your true potential of love and light and everything good that can happen into your life. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and if you would like to get your own personalized reading, I do offer phone, chat, and email readings, and the links are down below in my blogs. You can also check out my blogs. I have many different types of articles that explain more about spirituality, soulmates, twin flames, divine partners, and just to give you a better understanding, and also YouTube videos that can help you with Q&A and answer questions. If you do have a question, you can post it down in the comments area. I will get to it as soon as I can. Sometimes I'm very busy, and I try my best to get to everybody as soon as it's possible. I've been sometimes backed up with readings because this has been a very busy month for me. So be patient if you do order a reading. If you're not subscribed, you can subscribe to my channel. It does send you the reading videos as soon as I post them. And I want to thank you all who has subscribed to me over these last months. It really means a lot with all your support. I love you all, and it just means so much to me. And I just have to tell you that it's a gift to me. It's a blessing to me to do this for you, and this is why I do it. I really do. I love you all. Okay, so until next time, love and light to you all. God bless. Namaste.